You guys may think this is a Discover Hunter video, but it is actually a Banana Hunter video. Oh god, they're closing in on me! The patch has been live for about a day, and I have one more deck that I need to show you that was before the patch, but I have a deck that's actually updated post-patch, so there are two different decks we're going to be talking about today, but they are both different versions of Discover Hunter. So go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the YouTube channel, because we have to give a huge thank you to Donkey, who's in charge of HS Guru, because not only are they giving us one of the best deck applications out there on the entirety of the internet, but they still find a way to keep just breaking the meta one way or another. And about a couple of days ago, before the update went live, Donkey was talking about a version of Discover Hunter, which is not the list that we're looking at right here. This is the updated version of the deck that I would recommend you guys try if you want to try out this archetype. But there is another list that we will be talking about that Donkey originally talked about that I ended up going 19 and 8 with right before the balance patch. And if you guys were watching the stream, it happened right before I spilled water all over my PC. Don't worry, the PC is fine. Clearly, I'm recording videos absolutely without any problem, but it did give me a scare, and I wasn't able to go, like 30 full games with the deck. But regardless, it's a little bit different. It has some different cards like Barrel the Monkeys, which may not be 100% necessary. Scarab Keychain, for example. We'll get into the specifics of this deck here in a moment, but I just want to let you guys know that I believe that Discover Hunter is actually an archetype that is being completely slept on. But this deck right here will be the focus of the video going forward, to where I was able to go 19 and 8 with this archetype right before the update. So if you want to try a different version of this deck that maybe isn't as expensive, this might be the way to go. And according to Donkey, you don't necessarily need the Agrimar. You could easily put in the other weapon just in case you don't want to run the card, or if you don't want to spend the money on it, for example, because it is pretty expensive and Titans are rotating pretty soon. So if you want to rotate the Agrimar for the Parallax Cannon, you could probably do that and get away with it. But the rest of this deck, I would just kind of try as is before you start experimenting with other cards, unless you're trying the other list, because again, the other list might be the better one, but for the sake of just transparency and just talking about how good this archetype is, we're gonna be talking about this list, because one thing that we need to address is Tidepool Pupil is still good in Hunter. And the reason why this card is good is because you have ways of manipulating it with Ranjari Scout. This deck is all about milking as much value from this card as possible, but you gotta milk at the right time. This is one of those decks to where, knowing your opponent's thresholds, the turns that they're gonna have, potential, threats that they might play into the next turn is gonna be very common, because this is usually not a card you're gonna play on turn 1. This is usually a card you want to mulligan away from your hand on turn 1, because the cards that you want to keep are going to be your Vicious Slither Spear, your Natalie is a card that you want to keep every single chance you can. Mantle Shaper is a pretty good card to keep, as well as your copies of Sneaky Snakes and even like a Scarab Keychain. And in some circumstances, I would actually argue that keeping Bunch of Bananas might be pretty decent. It just really depends on what exactly you're trying to build up, because for example, if you have Slither Spear and Bunches Bananas, you just automatically can win some games if your opponent cannot deal with this minion. And something else that you'll see very frequently is that Tidepool Pupil was just another way of giving us extra copies of Bananas, but the main high roll with this card actually comes from the Grifta. Because if you are able to play a Grifta Amulet before your Pupil has learned all of its spells, before it's able to proc its value, then you can either go for direct damage, for mind control, or, in my opinion, the coolest option, reducing your hand, to make the Mantle Shapers even cheaper. The Alien Encounters cost 0. These are really bad examples because they already make themselves cost 0, but you have a ton of 1 mana and 2 mana cards that you can chain if you decide to do that kind of combo. Now, coming up in the game clips ahead, I tried to show you guys different ways of pushing tempo and trying to space out your cards, but this is kind of an all or nothing deck in terms of, when you have your Mantle Shapers and 1 mana cards, you just got to get the Mantle Shapers as quickly as possible. Now, there are some circumstances to where you play Ranjari Scout, get a bunch of different cards such as Alien Encounters, or even a Ziliax. Getting extra copies of Ziliax can be kind of interesting, but I think the cards that you want to copy the most are going to be cards that are really easy to throw out of your hand, like the Bananas, like Observer of Myths, for example. If you can get some value with this and then play Birds Watching, so that way you have cards that you discover from your deck, like the Scarab Keychain, that have more attack than the actual Observers, then this is another way that you could easily just storm the board, because if you play Sneaky Snakes into, let's just say your Observer is just sticks for the sake of the the example. Let's just say you have Sneaky Snakes into Observer of Myths, and then you can play your Natalie and easily just have that curve of just buffing up a bunch of stuff. But one thing to keep in mind is the synergy of Alien Encounters with Observer of Myths, because this card is whenever you summon a minion, not whenever you play a minion. Playing a minion is from your hand, summoning is a spell, summoning minions. So you could easily play Observer of Myths into a 0 mana Alien Encounters to buff up your entire board. It would only be by 1 attack because you have the 1/2 that gets the buff from the 2/5, and then the second 2/5 would not trigger that second buff again because it's not more attack. So this is a deck that takes a little bit of getting used to, but honestly, it's a lot easier than you think it might be. Now, I am still testing decks on the new expansion, but I will have deck guides coming out about Starship Rogue as well as Libram Paladin. It took me a day in order to figure out what the bait cards were, what the bad cards were, the good stuff, and I believe I finally found some good lists. So after this video, we will be posting more stuff that is actually prevalent to the most recent balance patch and the buffs and the nerfs, but I have a lot. I've just had so many deck ideas that I wanted to share with you guys that I just have too much content, and I guess that's kind of a good thing, right? So starting from this point on, to kind of catch up with some of these new decks, you might be expecting 2 uploads a day. So if you like Hearthstone content, make sure to hit that subscribe button. So thank you so much for making it to the end of this deck breakdown, and we'll see you for the next video. Okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to keep here. The whole Draenei set for Warrior untouched. I mean, what the I mean, I feel like Draenei Warrior just needs a good meta. Like, it's like in Rage Warrior. Like, if we buff it, it will suddenly be like the best deck in the entire game, and there's just nothing we're gonna be able to do to stop it. Whenever I summon a minion. It's also just a 1/4, so. 3 nerfs will definitely make Spell Druid worse. Let's hope so, man. Let's hope so. Okay, well, I say we just do this. Because we're against a Druid. Okay, hold on. Mantle Shaper actually looking good here, only because I have bananas in my hand. And if this thing survives, I can just give it +3/+3. All right, here we go. I actually can use my brain with this deck. That's exactly what I wanted. Also, this in hand, this is kind of crazy. Wait a minute. Because now I can get even more. Oh, dude, this is popping off. Wait a minute, I'm popping off of the deck right now. So it's got beef, potatoes. What else is in this? Some peppers, I think.
I found a sea urchin.
All right, maybe I need to apologize to Mantle Shaper. Holy crap. What's going on here?
Clark, I don't want to do homework.
What is happening
Also,
here,
Clark,
ma'am?
I get to use my brain with
I
this
don't want to
deck.
do homework.
Just what
Also,
I wanted.
I get to use my brain with this deck.
Question
Just
mark,
what I
question
wanted.
mark, question mark.
Okay, homework. I want to use my brain in a fun way. This is using my brain in a fun way. This isn't just, oh, wait, how does this, like for example, with Druid, it's ramp, clear board, do combo. Every game. Like, I want a deck where I can use my skill expression. You know what I mean? I want to be able to have fun one way or another. Maybe I should have waited to play the Observer of Myths. In fact, something I can do. This only needs 1, right? So buff this, play this, get even. Dude, I just have all the bananas in the world. Going nanners, bro. Going nanners. Exactly, it's using your agency in creative ways instead of just doing the same fucking combo over and over and over again. It would be different if like you could have a different way of OTKing, but it doesn't feel different. Owl Druid essentially has 2 ways of being played. Vile before Owl or Vile after Owl. And either way is not fun.
I can't win them all.
Clark, not every class, not every deck can be Pipsy Paladin. Yeah, that's why I'm not gonna enjoy every single deck. There are decks that I could play and turn my brain off on if there were more tempo-based decks, for example. But it's like, I don't want to play a deck that plays itself. I'm just not interested in that. And I don't feel like I should feel bad for feeling that way. There are 2 thoughts when playing Hearthstone. I want to actually play the game, or I'm doing something else while playing Hearthstone. Those are the 2 categories of playing the game. There is actually paying attention to the game and playing it and expressing yourself in whatever way, whether or not you're doing a meme, you're playing ranked and trying to go for the best ranks, or you're playing up against your friend and you're just trying to see what wacky shit that you can do. But then every other, and that's most people that play Hearthstone. But then every other category of player is, ooh, I'm playing Hearthstone while watching Netflix, while watching a stream, while doing something else. Some people literally, I feel like, cannot play this game unless they are actively doing or looking at something else. I'm calling you out, particular viewer that has
Clark,
two screens
I
right
am
now, having
expressing
the
myself.
stream right here
Also,
as you're
Clark,
looking at Hearthstone, but you're not looking at the game while your opponent's playing. You're looking at the stream. Aren't you? I see you doing it. So because of that, I'm expressing myself. Also, Clark, banana. Hey, dude, I played. If I didn't play the Scout on 2, that wouldn't have happened. Exactly. You feel called out because I'm right. That's how this works. It is so fun to die by turn 5. Yeah, when you're not paying attention. When you're watching Netflix and you look up and you're like, oh, I'm dead. I guess we go next game. My opponent must have had fun. Okay, I could do this and then this and this. I feel like I'm playing this card way too soon, but at the same time, it's like, it makes sense to do this. Nothing else in my hand really sparks excitement. Okay, this can actually cheat out the Agrimar a little bit sooner. Oh, wait a minute. I could also make my oh, dude, wait a minute. I can make the pupils cost like nothing. Wait, hold on a second. Rip. Cooking. We are prepared. And always the right thing. In order to take a break from the game, to step away from it when you don't enjoy the meta. Come back when the balance patch hits. If you still don't like it, rinse and repeat. But the biggest thing that I always say in these kind of moments is to make sure that you're realistic with your expectations. Because as long as you are realistic with your expectations with the game, let's draw. As long as you're realistic with your expectations of the game, I feel like you can have, you know, whatever opinion. Just go ahead and do this. I'm probably not gonna play them next turn anyway. The Netflix strat is really effective of getting out of the dumpster. That's what I do, and then once I'm a higher rank, I pay attention. Honestly, Papa Lim, I think the reason why that's the case is because if you're good at the game, you have good fundamentals, and if you have good fundamentals, you can play while also playing Net. But you also gotta have a deck that you enjoy, and there are obviously some decks where you need to pay attention more than others. But all you need is good fundamentals in order to climb out of dumpster. And then once you have opponents that are like actually paying attention and they notice like, oh, he just played this card, I'm gonna do this because it's more likely of a chance that it sticks. You're able to deviate from like your fundamentals a bit more. So that's why I agree with that take. You can do it, but you have to be somewhat good at the game. I'm gonna do this, draw. And the only reason, I guess I could have drawn first. But I think the reason why I'm doing this is because next turn I want to go boop into boop and then just unload the pupil value. Honestly, dude, the freaking Parrot Sanctuary was a really good discover. Standard is dead. I mean, not really. Top Legend is dead though.
May have gone slightly overboard.
Can I deal with that?
These could belong to a brand new species.
Wait a minute, what if I steal it?
It will find thee. Who could put a price on such powerful artifact? I could. It will find thee.
The problem is I can't kill it. Wait, yes I can. Full body.
This is your moment.
That is what I call skill expression, baby. Woo! Yes. These big brain plays were brought to you by this factor meal because I'm eating food and increasing my brain power. God damn. Yes, that felt amazing. Woo! My Ziliax is oh, does it not have Divine Shield? Damn. Okay. Well, regardless, I still won the game. Posture check. Thank you. At least it's without Yogg and Reska, is way better. How do I become a better Hearthstone player? Practice your fundamentals. How do you practice your fundamentals? You pick a deck, you learn it, you keep playing it, knowing what your outs are, instead of just playing a deck because, oh, it's what the streamer told me to do. The way that you get better at a deck is that you have to keep playing and understand why the deck, how the deck functions and why it functions. And if you can pick up a deck, give it a couple games, and then figure that out, that's how you become a better player. Exposing yourself to multiple archetypes is really good. Not everybody can do that, because it could be a bit, you know, expensive sometimes. Okay, this is a really good draw. Well, like, case in point, like, the fact that I just drew this card and I immediately knew it's like, oh, I want to get the value trade, I'm sticking a board, boom. It's all about being comfortable with the deck instead of just being like, ooh, I'm gonna just play the card because I'm supposed to. Why did I play that card? Because I wanted the board. I wanted the value trade. Let's, do I just summon another monkey and just trade? Coin, I could forge it and then just coin it out. Actually, no, I do see the play.
No one's going to believe this.
So now when I go for boop, boop, into boop, I can also get a coin and I could play another spell. Oh, that's kind of annoying. Okay, that's just better now.
These could belong to a brand new species.
Enemy finding.
Starting to understand this deck a bit more now.
I found the sea urchin.
Enemy finding.
Jungle Gym actually works with the
Enemy finding.
monkeys. Oh, that's not a beast though.
I swear I saw.
A little bit awkward, but honestly, just playing Mantle Shaper as one. Oh, he's gonna threads me. Yup. Even if it was 3 mana, it would still be really good. Which is why what else are they gonna do? Just give enemy minions the death rattle just feels so bad. Not being able to give your own I mean, you can either do it to your own minions or just your opponent's minions. Which one is worse? Elemental Mage is mindless. I needed more than a Lamplighter nerf. It's gone 30 minutes and went 3-1 and barely paid attention. How it be, man? I mean, simple decks should be in Hearthstone, but it's always frustrating when they're just the best. Okay, hold on.
Lush wilds and clear skies. This could
I
be
don't think we coined out anything though. Maybe coining out the tracking would have made sense here. The cards are eventually playable with second barrel. I mean, true, but with second barrel, the only card in my... I mean, I guess I also have it for the alien encounters. It's something. I need more 1-mana cards before this becomes good. Alien encounters, how many cards have I discovered? 4, so it's actually 1 mana, which means it discounts these. Oh, I play another one. Whatever. Oh, it's just a spell. Oh, but dumbass. Lol, he doesn't read his cards.
Inhospitable.
I just played the threads. Might be the only opportunity I have to do this. Hey! This really doesn't help him. I still have all the tempo on the field. Does Zilly actually give me another +6 if he doesn't clear anything?
Inhospitable.
Okay, maybe this can work. Puts him right at 7. At this point, I have Grift done to take a damage. If I find it. Gym lethal or bust. I mean, but here's the thing, man. I only have 2 beasts on the field. These things aren't beasts. They're elemental Nagas. That's right, they're under the ocean. How exactly am I gonna get this lethal dealing 3 damage? I mean, at the same time, it actually could work. Now that I think about it. We have this, and this just deals 1. Under the sea. Under the sea. Ragdoll and it's better. Down where it's wetter. Hit the concede. Grifta.
Who could put a price on such powerful artifact? I could.
I mean, at the same time, this has to be lethal, right? I just haven't done the math, in all honesty. I just really don't want to do the math. But it has to be enough, right? No taunts. Cool! I didn't have to do math! Yay! I didn't have to do the math. The gym lethal wasn't there because I played the Grifta. Okay, there was a technical possibility for it, but I was not confident in my ability. There's also sneaky snakes in this deck. What? Literally haven't even seen it yet. I'm probably gonna accept the 1600 dust from Reska. I mean, hey man, worst case scenario, you crapped it back. That's a great thing about dusting cards when they get nerfed. Okay, hold on a minute, dude. Give me back my barrel of monkeys. Okay, wait a minute. Ten out of 10. That's a 10. So we can just buff this, get some bananas. This is kind of crazy, dude. I'm about to tempo king in my turn 4. Natalie has a spider take enough tempo. Well, here's the issue. If I pick the Natalie, I wasn't playing the spells. And if I'm not playing the spells, I'm not playing the Mantle Shapers, and they're both in my hand. I need to do this. It must be done. I have to do it this way.
I found a sea urchin.
All right, I think I owe an apology to Mantle Shaper. My God. This is kind of crazy. just a wee bit crazy. Be nice to us. We didn't do anything to the hunter. No, you've been doing Druid has been making hunter players mad for so long. Oh wait, what the fuck? Conductivity? What? That's actually such a big cock block. Holy hell. Holy hey, that's cheating the game. All these froggy boys, dude. Yeah, there's the shaman.
These could belong to a brand new species.
All right, well. Spreading frogs. It's because of Yogg stealing Pipsy and starships that I'm slightly tilted. Don't worry about it. And that's the only reason why I'm upset, yeah. Oh, whoa, what? Oh, he's actually playing starships.
These could belong to a brand.
Bananas. Okay, so this has to be some sort of lethal, right? With all of these bananas, it has to be. I have so many bananas. Pretty close, though. Pretty close indeed. Luckily, the druid doesn't have a way of playing Yogg. I'm the nicer, kinder, gentler druid. There's no such thing. There's just the druids that cheat the game, and y'all keep ruining my experience. When the druid opponent plays a starship piece that isn't the 3/4 one, visibly confused set. Yeah, honestly, dude. I mean, what if he's playing a Reno starship druid? That'd be so cursed. Wait, he's playing the 10 drop from the past. Coon? Okay, hold on. Hold on a second, bro. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. It literally does not matter. That scared me for a second until I realized how much power I actually have on the field here. Well. Bananas! I don't have enough potassium, I have a deficiency! Ay, man. That is pretty large. 4-0, dude, this is crazy. Mantle Shaper actually has a pretty high mulligan. We're against the Shaman, so like going all in for tempo might be a somewhat bad idea. But I'm gonna try and get the monkey. Be my monkeys. Okay, hold on a minute. This actually could be really good. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. This actually feels like playing Corridor Creeper. I'm not gonna lie. Reno to 11 mana? Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed as I'm currently holding my hands in a prayer motion, which is kind of contradictory what I'm talking about, but yeah. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Wait a minute. I think I did my math wrong. I think I forgot that I could just do this by turn 2. That is enough spells, in fact. So like this is like the best high roll that you could possibly have in this deck, I think. Turn 3, 15-15, by the way. I love that I'm doing this against the Shaman, honestly. Because here's another thing, if I get rid of their board, they literally have nothing in this matchup, right? So if I just trade into everything and just like have the board, don't I just win? Let's just Reno destroy only minions, leave Starship or location alone. Base. Let's hope Blizzard knows what they're doing. Because there's a lot of different ways they can change Reno, a lot, but there's only a couple good ones, in my opinion.
I'm coming.
Oh, why would I don't know why they would ever make that a voice line, dude. I'm coming. Why? I'm such a dirty bastard. Old dirty bastard. Ooh, okay, I want that. Every time we want that. Let's hope he doesn't kill it though. We could have waited and like hero powered, but what's the point? We need the board against Shaman. Aw, oh, dang it. Rip 2-1. I want to hit him in the face. Okay, I can discover first. Gotta kill him. Gotta kill him! He must die for his insolence! Has this game succumbed to... What even is that word? Nog Thinners? What is that, a World of Warcraft tribe? Oh, he's doing this. I have lethal. You fool. Well, but wait a minute. Right, this doesn't damage my minions anymore. Oh boy. Wait, why does that have rush? It has rush now? Well, that's exact lethal, buddy. Well, turn 5 lethals are still gonna be a thing. Just the fact that Hunter's doing them actually feels kind of normal. We're finally going back to some normalcy in Hearthstone.